In Kenya, there are three currencies: the shilling, the dollar, and the brick. This 70-gram brick isn't just noodles. For the university student waiting for a loan, it is survival. For the construction worker, it is fuel. And for the street vendor, it is a business empire. Did you know that selling a plate of Indomie with my eye has a profit margin of nearly 40%? In less than 15 years, this brand didn't just enter our market, it became the market. It replaced the word noodles with Indomie. But how? How did a company from Jakarta defeat the plastic food rumors, survive the 2022 government ban, and beat every local competitor? Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we are unpacking the Indomie economy. To understand why your lunch tastes like that, we have to go back to 1972 in Indonesia. The company, Indofood, was founded by a tycoon named Sudono Salim. His vision was simple: take a rice-eating nation and force them to eat wheat. And he owned the flour mills, so he controlled the price from the ground up. But before coming to Kenya, they practiced in Nigeria. In 1995, they proved something the world didn't believe. Africans would eat noodles as a main meal, if you marketed it to mothers as a healthy solution. Fast forward to 2009, Indomie enters Kenya through a company called Sawake, but they didn't start in Nairobi. They started in Mombasa. Why Mombasa? Because of the culture. The coast was already used to spices and wheat. It was the perfect beachhead to test the product before invading the mainland. But here is the secret most people don't know. The Indomie you eat in Nairobi is not the same as the one in Jakarta. In Asia, noodles are eaten as a soup, but Indomie realized that Kenyans prefer wet fry. We want to fry it with onions and tomatoes like sukuma wiki. So they changed the chemical formula. The Kenyan version has less MSG and a specifically designed oil sachet to withstand the Kenyan fry. They literally engineered the product to fit our cooking pots. Then, in 2014, they dropped the nuclear bomb. They opened a massive factory in Mombasa. This changed everything. By making the noodles locally, they avoided import taxes. This allowed them to lock the price at 20 bob for almost a decade. This is what we call the Kidogo economy, pricing it exactly for the loose coins in your pocket. But the real guardians of the Indomie brand aren't the CEOs. It is the comrades. In every Kenyan university, there is an economic cycle. When the hell blown hits, we eat chicken. When the hell bee loan dries up, we eat Indomie. It is the official sponsor of the black tax. Young professionals in Nairobi survive on Indomie so they can send money home to the village. And it birthed the Mayai Pasua evolution. Street vendors used to just sell boiled eggs. But they realized if I add a packet of noodles, I can charge 80 bob instead of 20. This created a symbiotic relationship. The street vendor needs Indomie to survive, and Indomie needs the street vendor to be visible on every corner. But in April 2022, the empire almost collapsed. Egypt banned Indomie's chili packets, citing aflatoxins and pesticide residues. The panic spread instantly. Rwanda banned it, and then the Consumer Federation of Kenya warned Kenyans to stop eating it. For a few weeks, it looked like the end. Twitter was asking, have we been poisoning ourselves for 10 years? But this is where the 2014 strategy saved them. Because the Kenyan Indomie was made in Mombasa, not imported
Bureau of Standards
from
says
Egypt,
it has
the
completed
tests
testing
came
of
back
Indomie noodles
clean.
into
The local
exports and found
supply
them fit for
chain
human
shielded
consumption.
them from the global scandal. While other countries panicked, Indomie Kenya was back on the shelves in weeks, stronger than ever. Today, Indomie faces new threats. New Me is attacking them on price. Inflation has pushed the 70-gram packet to 30 bob, but as long as comrades are broke, and as long as the Kibanda economy thrives, the Indomification of Kenya is here to stay. But while Indomie survived its crisis, another Kenyan giant did not. In our next deep dive, we open the files on the biggest business collapse in our history, Nakumatt. Subscribe so you don't miss the truth. I'm your host, and this is Deep Dive Unpacked.